paranormal phenomenon. It's not a stage magic, it's not a trick. It's actually physically happening. All kinds of miracle, you can call it miracles. You can change the property of the matter. You can teleport object from one position to another. And you can do all sorts of things. And those kind of people are those who can access the database and they can change some parameters. And therefore, the reality actually changes. Because every one of us exists at all levels of the cosmos. As a meta consciousness, defragment ourselves into different avatars, different beings, and at all levels of the cosmos. We ourselves already exist at all levels. Yeah, eventually we are just one. We are all one. But we defragment ourselves, yeah, into different beings. But at a different level, we have different rules. We have different images, yeah. But most of us only operate at one level in this reality. We only tune in one TV station, yeah. We experience only one channel. But some people, they can awaken themselves at another level or several levels. So they can tune in different reality, different levels. And by accessing different levels, they can also access the machine, which renders the level below. It's like we can access a physical computer. We can reprogram the virtual reality, yeah? If you can access the level above, then you can reprogram this reality to a certain extent.
Which is what Neo does in the Matrix.
Sorry?
Which is what Neo does in the Matrix.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it can be done. It's not actually a film. I mean, there's a level of reality in the film. But in reality, I talk to all sorts of people. I visit a lot of weird phenomena. And this makes sense only by the simulation hypothesis. Otherwise, it's not possible.
Because it breaks the laws of physics.
That's right. That's why most people refuse to believe. I didn't believe until I actually encountered those kind of phenomena. Yeah, which are real. Although it's not common. Sorry?
What's the most interesting story you can share of someone you met who displayed this mastery over universes above our knowledge?
We don't have time. It's all sorts. I mean, I initially triggered my interest in looking into the nature of reality by encounter a dentist who took my wisdom tooth out effortlessly by using an incantation. Incantation is like a spell, like a mantra. Yeah. I was in China, on a business trip. My wisdom tooth start to play out, become very painful, and I consulted as the conventional doctor, and I was told I have to have a. It's not a very small operation actually, because it's quite difficult to get out. And I was told I need a general anesthetic. One of my friends said, "Oh, why don't you go to this dentist? He's doing a fantastic job." And so I became curious, and then I went in his clinic. I saw all the celebrities' photo, all the leaders, yeah, even the Politburo of Communist Party, had their tools taken out there. So I said, "Oh, this is encouraging. Yeah, let's do it." All he did is actually just using his tweezers to pick that up effortlessly. Yeah,
With no pin.
with a little bit discomfort, but nothing drastic. Yeah. Then we went to lunch together. Yeah. At the lunch, and he asked me. I asked him, what happened? What the hell did you do to me? And he said, I have an incantation. It's a 5-syllable incantation. I use that to loosen people's tooth. So he does it daily. Yeah. So it's not a trick. I don't think it's a trick. But this triggered my interest and curiosity. Yeah. I used to be a materialist. I did my PhD in material science in Cambridge. I came from China actually to the UK as a student. I finished my education with a PhD in material science. So I was supposed to be a material scientist. But this encounter changed my worldview because with material science, I cannot explain it. There's no way I can explain this. Yeah. And this triggered my curiosity, look beyond material science. Yeah. Then I spend a lot of my off-duty time visiting weird people like this and to witness what they can do. Yeah. And some people, they can move object from hundreds of miles away into the places where we experiment. One guy we experiment, we actually strip him naked, yeah, even strip out underwear, and we locked him into a room in the lab, and he kind of teleport some money, banknotes, yeah, into the room where he is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, all sorts of things. It's incredible. It's incredible. So now I can understand actually. There's those people who can actually access the program. I mean, the location data is basically XYZ. Yeah, it's a location. Yeah.
Coordinates.
Coordinates. If you can change the coordinates, I mean, the position object will change. As simple as that. At the next refresh, it's going to be in another place. Yeah. And some people they can sort of we call it thoughtography, thought photography. Yeah. You have an image in your mind. Yeah. You can transfer that image into camera, into film, into a camera film. Yeah, without exposing the film. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, with the information system, we can understand how this is done because it's like an airdrop. Yeah. Their mind is basically one display of image. Yeah. And your camera is another display. If you can program it, make it sync, you can actually airdrop images into another display. Yeah.
So they're just copy pasting.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. All kinds of things. Yeah. Of course, they can do a lot of healing work. Yeah. They can make tumor disappearing or shrink. Yeah. One guy they can actually make the tumor shrink as well as grow at will. Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. So yeah, I have an interview with Jeff Mishlove. He's got a channel called New Thinking Aloud. Yeah, I have an episode with him called Parapsychology in China. I was talking stories of my encounter in China, and if you're interested, you can look up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check that out. So how long have you been pursuing this curiosity of the
Oh,
paranormal?
it's 20 years. I mean, this truth encounter triggered my business, and since then, I spend almost all my spare time looking into this. So, with 20 years time, initially it's curiosity, yeah, and then it's frustration, um, because I'm still a scientist. I mean, this kind of problem, this kind of phenomenon bothers me, and it's like a scratch. It's like an itch, yeah. It's like a mental itch. You need to scratch it. So it becomes frustration, and this drives me to find a solution, find the explanation. So I tried all sorts of ways until I arrived at the simulation hypothesis. If you change your world view, everything becomes simpler. Yeah, I mean, you talk about quantum mechanics, then the most parapsychology researcher actually try to explain paranormal phenomena using quantum mechanics. But I think that's already outdated. Yeah, with the simulation hypothesis, we can actually explain much easier by proposing a computer which render the reality, and therefore if you can access the database, access the programming, you can actually alter the reality to a limit, of course. For example, this guy who teleport money, he couldn't spend it. Yeah. So we have to pay him to do this, and he make a living by performing this kind of things. Uh, we ask him, why don't you just use the money you teleported? He said, I couldn't, I can't. Yeah, the money I teleported will disappear again in few days. Yeah. So there's also some kind of rules and governing principles operating as well. You can't just do whatever you want to do. There's a limit. There's a kind of, I think there's a permission also, yeah, at different level. What is allowed, what is not allowed.
Although probably if you could go all the way up to the meta consciousness, you could do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm guessing every level has increasing permissions as you
That's
go.
right. Yeah, yeah. That's what the free will, the question of the free will, can be explained also. I mean, at the top level, the meta consciousness level, you have unlimited free will. Yeah, the free will is unlimited. Whereas at the bottom level, such as the game world, in the game world, the NPC has no free will. Yeah, it only operates by reacting according to the program. Yeah, in different situations, the NPC will react according to preset program. Yeah, so every level in between, you have a combination of those two extreme. It's a spectrum. Yeah, you have ultimate unlimited free will, and you have no free will, and everything between is a spectrum.
So we have partial free will.
We have partial free will. Yeah, and most times we also actually react to situation automatically. Yeah, we don't actually decide, we just react. Yeah.
Well, you can think of our instincts as the genetic programming from our DNA.
That's right.
And
yeah.
So you see a tiger, you experience an emotion.
That's right.
Programmed.
Yeah. That's programmed in already. Yeah, and everyone seek fulfillment, yeah, seek happiness, uh, and avoid pain, and all those are also programmed. And you need to eat to survive. That's also programmed. By the way, some people can change that even. I
It is
encounter.
interesting because some people can they go on hunger strike and they die from not eating, which means we can override our programming.
We can, we can, but if their aim is actually to die, then they don't, or they can't alter the program. Some people can. I encountered people, a lady who hasn't been eating for 20 years when I saw her. 20 years. She doesn't
Wow.
eat. Yeah, people don't normally believe, but uh, I yeah, I believe it. But because she's not the only one, we did the experiment with people who had a limited uh, time of fasting, and was very successful. Maximum of 49 days. Yeah, it's controlled experiment. Yeah, and he managed to survive. But if you extend that, in theory, you can do. I mean, the longest I saw was 20 years.
Did this person like not lose weight after 49 days of fasting?
No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This person lost weight, but the person who actually fasted for 20 years, she looked very normal. Yeah. She looked well built. She
Interesting.
yeah. And she had cancer when she was young, and she healed herself by practicing qigong. I don't know whether you're familiar with qigong, which
I'm not.
is she killed herself, and since then she found herself not needing to eat. Actually, eating make her uncomfortable. Yeah. So I think through the healing process, self-healing process, she managed to have another sort of program installed. Yeah. Instead of relying on this food program, she rely on something else. Yeah. It's like we can operate a car with petrol, and we can also alter the car to install batteries, and we can operate the batteries, and we can also even operate on the solar energy to drive the car. And therefore, if you change the programming, change the thing how it works, many things are possible.